I think it's pretty safe to say that after that one, I think it's pretty safe to say that Sami Zayn has been acknowledged by Jey Uso. What's up, YouTube? It's your boy Nasher. Welcome back to the channel. Tonight, I'm giving you guys the results of Survivor Series WarGames, and I'm gonna be honest. I don't even know how to. I don't know how to describe what we just witnessed tonight. I honestly don't. But before we get to all of that, I do want to bring up a couple of things. First up, if you guys missed out on yesterday's episode of Yu-Gi-Oh's Biggest Issue, where I talked about the ban list, definitely check it out. You don't want to miss it. I basically reflected on what could have been with this emergency ban list. So if you guys have not checked it out, I definitely recommend you guys check it out. And also too, guys, I will be doing an in-depth review of Survivor Series WarGames this coming Monday on my episode called WWE's Biggest Issue. So make sure you guys check that video out when it goes up. And also too, guys, as you guys can tell by my voice, yes, I am slowly getting better. My voice should come back completely by potentially Monday. Who knows? Or I guess rather the cough. My cough should be gone completely by Monday, but we will see. But with that being said, if you guys enjoy this result video and you guys want more premium live event result videos in the future, make sure you guys smash that thumbs up button, subscribe to the channel, turn on the notification bell, and follow me on my social media. Links will be in the description below, as will the info to my fan mail. It will also be in the description as well. We gotta kick it off with the women's WarGames match between Team Bianca versus Team Bayley. Team Bianca consisted of the Raw Women's Champion Bianca Belair, Alexa Bliss, the Goddess, the Empress of Tomorrow Asuka, Michin, Mia Yim, which I believe, I'm gonna look it up just to be. Which I'm gonna be honest, it might be what it's supposed to be, but we will see. Let's go. No. K. Where are the K's? Korean. English. Okay, yeah, I thought so. Basically, Michin means insane or crazy. Yeah, I was right. Okay, so they were right. It means crazy or insane in Korean. That's actually kind of hilarious. But Michin, Mia Yim, and the return of the man Becky Lynch, and then of course Team Bayley consisted of all three members of Damage Control, Bayley, and the tag team champions Dakota Kai and Io Sky, along with Nikki Cross and Judgment Day's Rhea Ripley, which was a very interesting addition to the team. But this was, no words can describe how crazy this matchup was. There were no words. There were no words. Total carnage all over the place. Bodies getting screwed everywhere. Bodies being thrown all over the place. But in the end, the closing moments of the match, it took just Bianca Belair and Becky Lynch to win the whole thing. The tag team champions were on top of the table. Bayley got hit with the KOD, and Becky Lynch hit a leg drop from the top of WarGames onto the table to pick up the victory for Team Bianca. But the question now is, now that Becky Lynch is back, what's next? What's next for Becky Lynch? Does she go after Bianca Belair again and the Raw Women's title, or does she team up with Bianca and go after the tag team titles? Who knows? We don't know. All we know is that Becky Lynch is back, and there's no telling what we can expect from the man. But now we move on to to a match that was basically a must-win situation for AJ Styles as he went one-on-one with the self-proclaimed leader of Judgment Day, Finn Balor. And this was interesting because Michael Cole excuse me, Michael Cole said it best. Even at Crown Jewel, and even at Survivor Series earlier tonight, that Finn Balor was one of the earlier leaders of the most dominant and most notorious faction in Japan, known as the Bullet Club, and then eventually, Balor was taken out, Styles came in, and we had more and more leaders come in every turn. In fact, I think now I want to look that up. Let's see, who the leader of the current leader of the Bullet Club. So I believe the current leader of the Bullet Club is a guy named Jay White. Let's see. So let's see here. Okay, so as far as the whole, the history of its leaders. So Finn Balor, obviously, again, Finn Balor, the first leader. Then of course AJ Styles, continuing on with Kenny Omega. I guess now he's a part of AEW. There have been rumors that he was supposed to have been a part of was supposed to have been a part of WWE many years ago, but I guess not. And now Jay White. Okay, so Jay White, I guess, is now the leader. So there have been three leaders over the years: Finn Balor, AJ Styles, and of course now Jay White. That's pretty cool, though. That's actually pretty cool. That's pretty cool. That's pretty cool. I've got to admit. Anyway, yeah. This was basically a must-win situation for AJ Styles. It was a battle to see who is the superior leader. Was it AJ Styles or was it Finn Balor? This was a back-and-forth matchup. The rest of the OC, the rest of the Judgment Day, just were beating the hell out of each other. Styles targeted Finn Balor's knee. It was back and forth, but in the end, the closing moments, AJ Styles was able to hit a phenomenal forearm onto Finn Balor to pick up a victory. And here's the funny thing. This was actually AJ Styles' very first premium live event victory in 3 years. In fact, I think his last one was like, especially like one-on-one. Think it was like what, 2018, 2019. So almost 4 years. So this was a must-win deal for AJ Styles, because if he won, which he did, then he would establish himself as the one true leader of his group, which obviously his faction being the OC. But if Finn Balor won, it proved that it would prove that Finn Balor was indeed responsible for the Good Brothers to be in WWE. But AJ Styles was able to pick up that victory. But let's say AJ Styles did lose. Odds are he would lose all of his momentum, and there'd be no telling what would happen with AJ Styles next. But congrats to AJ Styles. He needed that victory. Next up, we got the SmackDown Women's title defended. Ronda Rousey against Shotzi. This was, I'm going to be honest, this was a squash match. I don't think this match should not have been on the card, but I'll get to that on Monday with my episode of WWE's Biggest Issue. I'll be going a little more in depth with the match, but basically Ronda Rousey made Shotzi tap out to the armbar, and she's still the SmackDown Women's Champion. And ironically enough, there were a lot of fans who kept chanting, "We want Sasha," because of the fact that she's built from Boston, and now we honestly we haven't seen Sasha in WWE in months. So we don't really know if or when Sasha's gonna come back. We don't really know, but honestly, this title match was a squash match. Never should have happened. I feel like the World Cup tournament should have ended on SmackDown last night, and have the title match between Gunther and whoever won the tournament at Survivor Series, because it would have made more sense. But that's just my opinion anyway. But we move on. But speaking of mid-card titles, we move on to the United States title, which was contested in a triple threat match between Seth freaking Rollins, the champion, Austin Theory, and Bobby Lashley, the challenger. Sorry. This was back and forth. This was like non-stop action. Back and forth match. But the closing moments of the match might shock you to your core. Lashley had applied the Hurt Lock on both men. That was broken. Rollins, I guess was gonna attempt to hit A-Town down, which was Austin Theory's move. Lashley hit Rollins with the spear, and from out of nowhere, Austin Theory covered Rollins. Yeah. That's it. Austin Theory lucked the fuck out. I'm being 100% honest. Austin Theory lucked the fuck out. And if I'm gonna be even more honest, I think if you were to look at this from hang on, guys, I'm on my Instagram story right now, so give me a second here. So if you were to look at this from Bobby Lashley's perspective, yeah, Austin Theory lucked out. He lucked out. It was the right place, right time. if you were to look at this from Seth Rollins' perspective, honestly, Seth would probably would have been like, hey, this match shouldn't have happened. But knowing Rollins, he's a fighting champion. He would defend the title even if it was inside of WarGames. But shoutouts to Austin Theory. Congrats on becoming a 2-time champion. I don't know if how long he'll hold on to the title this time around, but we will see. But now we move on to the main event, and what you guys are about to hear is going to shock you to your very core. Like, completely. Just completely. You've got the Brawling Brutes. Sheamus, Ridge Holland, Butch, Drew McIntyre, and Kevin Owens against the Bloodline, Sami Zayn, the Honorary Uce, Solo Sikoa, the Undisputed Tag Team Champions, the Usos, and the Undisputed Universal Champion, Roman Reigns. This was, on paper, if you were to look at this on paper, this normally would be a mismatch for the Bloodline. Because of two things. One, no member of the Bloodline has ever been inside WarGames. Not one member. But also two, number two, only 2 men from the Brawling Brutes have stepped inside of WarGames before. Butch, Kevin Owens. Kevin Owens in 2019, and then Butch, I think, what was it? What was it? 2018, 2020, and 2021. Yeah. So this would make Butch's 4th appearance, but Kevin Owens' 2nd. And the closing this was, again, just like the women's WarGames match, this one was total carnage. Total carnage, tables being broken, chairs being bent over, chaos, just pure chaos. But what you guys are about to hear might shock you, because it's been well documented that Kevin Owens and Sami Zayn had known each other for more than 2 decades. You know, they were both at each other's weddings. They were each other's best man at each other's wedding. And it's no secret that, obviously, you know, whether it was in WWE or whether it was on the independent scene, both men have fought fought each other, they've teamed up together, and everything in between. This was the match that Sami Zayn had to pledge his loyalty. This was the moment of truth. And the question that Roman Reigns asked earlier on in the show was, he asked Sami Zayn, "Are you with us, or are you going to stab us in the back?" And Sami Zayn said, "Look, I'm with you guys. I'm with you guys all the way." And tonight proved it, because Sami Zayn, because Jey Uso was about to hit Kevin Owens with a super kick that got caught by Owens, and a low blow to Kevin Owens by Sami Zayn basically proved it. Basically proved that he was with the Bloodline, and he offered Owens as a sacrifice for Jey Uso to hit Owens with a splash to pick up the 1, 2, 3, and Roman and the Bloodline wins. Now, you would think it would have been, as I said before, Now, as I had mentioned, you know, just a second ago, you would think that this would have been a mismatch for the Bloodline because they've never been in WarGames before. This is Roman Reigns we're talking about here, okay? I'm being honest. This is Roman Reigns we're talking. He, how can I describe it? He adapts. He adapts to his environment. Whether it was a steel cage, whether it was Hell in a Cell, Elimination Chamber, Last Man Standing, TLC, WarGames. He always adapts, and that's what made Roman Reigns champion for 2 years. Was that right there? The fact that he was able to adapt and use his environment to his advantage. Tonight basically proved it. Because here's the thing. It's the old adage. Just because you gained the advantage for WarGames doesn't mean that you're gonna win. Because we've seen that over the years in previous WarGames matches. As you guys have seen, with NXT. Look at the Undisputed Era. They won. They won. If you look at the 2019 WarGames match, that was with the Undisputed Era and Keith Lee, Dijak, Kevin Owens, and Tommaso Ciampa. The UE gained the advantage, but they were still able to lose. Tonight, the main event basically proved it. The same thing with the women's WarGames match. Team Bayley lost even though they received the WarGames advantage. So it doesn't matter who gets the advantage, who doesn't. At the end of the day, WarGames is WarGames. That's it. But congrats to the Bloodline. I'm not surprised, but congrats to the Bloodline on arguably the biggest victory of their careers together. But that brings us to the question of the day, which is this: what were your guys' thoughts on the show, and what match do you think was the match of the year? Let me know down in the comments below, and that will do it for today's video. Hopefully you guys enjoyed. Excuse me. If you guys enjoyed, make sure you guys smash that thumbs up button. If you guys are new to the channel and you guys want more premium live event results and prediction videos in the future, make sure you guys subscribe to the channel, turn on the notification bell, and follow me on my social media. Links will be in the description below, as will the info to my fan mail. It will also be in the description as well. And on that, this is your boy Nash, signing out.